Hello, each and every one of you smiling people out there. I hope everyone is doing really well at the moment, and it's a very, very cold night here in Cardiff. I want to know how each and every one of you lovely people are currently doing. So, just in a quick chat with the looking in the chat, that is. We got so many great people currently here, and it's great to see all of you here. And first of all, Judith, send my love to your mum. Again, fingers crossed that she'll be able to use her arm more and that the actual morphine doesn't do any damage. Fingers crossed. But I hope each and every one of you are doing well. And as you can see by the thumbnail, by the title, we got quite a lot to go through today. And when I switch over, you will see we have quite the number of tabs open. And let's just say some of them are absolutely hilarious, and we're just going to look through things and debunk them, which is always a good thing. But what we're going to look at first is, if you remember last week, The Hollywood Reporter put out that absolute monstrosity of a hit piece on Johnny Depp. And obviously, for some unknown reason, they keep promoting it. Again, I think they know how much traction this has got. I think this is one of the most viewed web pages currently in the last year, just because we got so many people going, reading it and everything else, and everyone's like, yeah, this is wrong. You're telling lies. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? This fact is wrong. That fact is wrong. So we're going to spin on over to that now. And as you can see, we got a lot of tabs across the top. That's because we got a lot to go through. But as you can see, Hollywood Reporter, this was this morning, so I had to move my cup, and he's radioactive inside Johnny Depp's self-made implosion. And Laura has said it better than anyone else could have. This is what Laura said. Fake sources, biased hit piece against Johnny Depp as her other anti-Depp pieces. Everyone knows Amber Heard was this. People won't unhear her audio confessions. This article is all lies debunked. I hope the judge sanctions Kaplan for leaking confidential documents. And what we have is obviously a few things that Laura's gone, which she literally went through everything, and it's just so good. He's literally going to him, this is actually how you do your job. And I can't, round of applause for Laura, because this is just so good. But as you can see, he was never going to be in Poland in person. He had planned to stream to Poland from the UK while working on FB. He was in court and required to go to VA. Then he was released from FB3 and ended up going to the Bahamas. Couldn't stream from there. And then he got about Minamoto. It was a passion project because obviously the production company was his as well. He's the one who went into it. And they're like, oh, he's doing this. He never got enough money. And it's like, well, Laura's gone, here you are. And it's just so good. I really want to see Laura just become an article writer for any of these magazines, because she would sew so much of these people up. It'd be great. Then she goes on more. But then, this is one I like, is this one here. So, Johnny Depp in negotiations to star as Houdini in Lionsgate's film. This was in 2018. And Tatiana is the same person who wrote it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got so many people who have literally gone, well, she's wrote about him here, and she's actually wrote about him unfavourably in a couple of other articles. But then we've also seen that she has praised AH. I'm looking at Depp in Russia. Yes, we're going to look at that in a moment after we've looked at this one, because I wanted to get this one because it is so good. And again, big round of applause to Laura for showing these people exactly what they are. It's just fantastic. But then, this is another one which is actually the first part of the title, which is, saying that he's messed his life up. And this is what we got. Let's take a calm and sober look at how badly Johnny Depp has fucked up his own life. Straight away, that title just takes everyone out of it, and it's like, yeah, what you said there is completely and utterly wrong. That's basically saying if someone on The Sun or, again, say, The Rag, Daily Fail, any public newspaper put that kind of word in on the front page, they'd be like, yeah, no thank you, go. That's exactly what would happen. But this is what this William Hughes has said. Basically, he goes on and he starts spouting exactly what the Hollywood Reporter has wrote. He's calling Johnny Depp fans that they're literally the same as Donald Trump fans, even though I'm from the UK, and a lot of people who support Johnny are all over the world, and a lot of us don't actually have any interest in American politics, because, well, we're not there. You know, we can't vote for him, so what's the point of getting involved? We can just laugh and see what all these politicians do. But seeing that, and them saying, oh, they're the same as Donald Trump supporters, it's like, wow, obviously you do not look into anything. Because then you would know that a lot of us are from the UK, Europe, Australia, Asia. That's what they don't like. And it goes on and says about that, Johnny's radioactive and he's an industry pariah. That was one of the best things I liked, was they use a radioactive pariah, which I just couldn't stop laughing at. And then it goes on with, the story is filled with lurid but familiar details. It's like, well, actually, no, these are not familiar details. We have only heard from what she has done to him. And all of the lies and the shit that the Sun and her side said, it just makes no sense, you know? Because, as we've seen in the past, she only had a handful of people who came forward and on her side. And with that there, it's like, well, yeah, they weren't exactly great people. One was her acting coach, which is just like, come on, get out. What is AV Club? Who is this author? Caroline, the author is actually William Hughes, and the AV Club is Pop Culture Obsessives writing for the Pop Culture Obsessed. Yeah, they shouldn't be writing an article. That's how I look at this. But it goes on saying about how the time he reportedly took 8 pills while filming a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which again, it wouldn't have hurt this person to look up, Dead Men Tells No Tales, the last one, and ended the day by doing this to the tip of his own finger, which it was her. You know, there's evidence showing that it was her. This just shows that these people do not look into evidence. They don't look at any of the audio tapes, any of the messages, the photos, any documentation that has currently been gone, which is absolutely crazy. If there is something that is radioactive, it is Amber's poo. Wow, Frida, that is amazing to say. But say, there's so many of you great people here currently in the chat, and I hope you're all doing really well this evening. This evening? Why did I go into a proper Cockney accent then? I am not from London, I am from Cardiff. But yes, when you see so many of these people who are claiming themselves as journalists, and this is what they're writing, it's like, yeah, you didn't train for that. You didn't go to any studies, or you didn't even go to school properly to learn journalism. Because journalism is not what this is. This is basically cutting and pasting and just saying, oh, well, I believe this is to be true. That sort of thing. But it then goes on to say about the text messages between Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany and a few of the other ones between his friends, which, the way this person is saying it, take the messages, for instance, in which Johnny Depp can be seen describing AH as pretty much every awful thing under the sun, often to the likes of folks like Paul Bettany, who we can only assume is thrilled that his attempts to deflect Depp's rage at his ex-wife are now being in public. Depp reportedly, after Bettany tried to turn the actor's call for burning her into a witch trial joke, let's drown her before we burn her, and then he got all that. To me, this person, this William Hughes, it's almost like he's saying he's never said a single bad thing to anyone in his life. He's never been reprimanded for anything. He's never sent a horrible message to anyone. So basically, he is saying that he is cleaner than the Pope's shit. That's exactly what this guy is saying. And we all know that this person is probably just talking bollocks. He's just projecting. And it wouldn't surprise me if you went through this guy's emails or his phone or even his porn history. Yes, I'm saying about porn now, because he's probably the kind of person who's looked at horrible stuff. That's the kind of person this guy is. That's why I think so anyway. But we're going to break away from that. Yesterday was Carol's birthday. So Carol, happy 19th birthday. I do remember, see, I did. And say, it's good to see that there's so many great people here. Say hello to each and every one of you. Say, I can't obviously go over all the names because we've got so many people here. But yeah, this is the kind of person who has never said a bad thing in their life, according to this. But then it goes on to say that Johnny has launched all these court cases himself. He's the one who brought this to the judge. He's the one who brought that. Well, that's because he's been defamed. This is what it is. And says about, obviously, his $50 million defamation suit against AH is set to go to trial in early 2021. But then it says a little bit about Adam Waldman. And there's a few things as well which we're going to go over in a Express article, because they say about Adam Waldman and Julian Assange, who was in the Ecuadorian embassy in the UK for a couple of years. But we got something completely different to go over with that, because what they say is actually wrong. But that's what we had by there. But then you had, this is the one which, again, a lot of us were like, what? Johnny Depp moving to Russia, which is just mind-blowingly stupid from the get-go. And as you can all see in the actual chat, you're all saying the same. It is. It's a bunch of nonsense. Because at this moment in time, he is currently seeing a woman who is in the Made in Chelsea TV show here in the UK. He actually finished with the Russian dancer last year. Mary with a $5 super chat. It's a smear campaign, and these kind of publications have always done that kind of non-journalism lying. 100% Mary. The way that they go around and the amount of just rubbish they spout. What do the editors actually think of all of this? That'd be a very good and interesting conversation to see, actually. I may actually look into that, about an editor or whatever, see if I can speak to them and see what they actually say, because why would they allow this thing to go to print? It's that sort of thing. But this one here is from Gossip Cop, and what they're talking about is last year there was an actual article on the Globe which said that Johnny Depp was moving to Russia. So this is what we got. 12 months ago, one tabloid claimed that Johnny Depp was moving to Russia so we could start a new life. Yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean star has been in the news constantly this year, so Gossip Cop is taking a look back to see if he really did spend his quarantine as far from Holyday as Hollywood as possible. Here's what we found. Pirate Johnny weighs anchor. The Globe reported that Johnny Depp was feeling totally cursed right now. He apparently realised that he's just not cut out for life in America anymore, and makes it a heap of sense to head somewhere like Russia, or another part of Europe. Well, he has houses in France, so he could have gone there. Again, we know what these are like. Where he can get away from his money troubles and make a brand new start. Depp was in money trouble because of the then ongoing lawsuit against his wife, as well as a suit against his former legal team over malpractice. Well, with that one there, it's not the then ongoing. It's currently ongoing. Hasn't even started properly yet, And again, this was written, 2 days ago, 3 days ago? 2 days ago. And they couldn't even put anything out for that, which is just crazy and ridiculous. And then obviously, the legal team is over the $650 million loss that he had. Gossip Cop busted this story at the time because it essentially came out of thin air. Depp was the one who sued AH, so it was if he was really utterly fed up, as the tabloid said, he could simply drop the lawsuit. Well, why would he drop the lawsuit if he's actually, in the right? Because he is. This woman made him lose tons of money. But again, no, this is what's going on, and these are the type of people who are literally like, oh yeah, we'll do this. I was like, come on, guys. And it says about, obviously, that they've spoken with a source close to the Edward star, who confirmed the story was fabricated, which we all knew. Johnny Depp has large amounts of property around the world in places like France and the Bahamas, but nothing in or close to Russia. So did he go to Russia? No. And it says then about, obviously, he's still getting paid for Fantastic Beasts 3, which is $16 million, which is amazing. And with that one there, which is actually kind of interesting, because with that article last year saying about, he's going to Russia and all this kind of stuff, is that where AH and her legal team got the, they're all Russian bots thing from? Do you think that's where they kind of got that from? I would like to know what you think in the chat. Say, what we got by here, the Cherry, the Stevie J, not Stevie Gay, Just Giving page. Let's have a little look, see what's going on while we're waiting for your thoughts on that. Oh, look at that, guys. 86%, $13,000 raised to $15,000 is absolutely amazing. And say, I am going to be with Stevie on this stream. I'm not too sure I'm allowed to let you know what time I'm on, but I think it's going to be really early for me to be on. I'll just say that, okay, guys? And it's going to be this Sunday as well, which is just going to be amazing. So if you can make it, come along. That's going to be great. But yeah, so with this one here, this, this gossip cop, they literally just say, oh, well, no, he's this, that's it. And who cares? But we got in the chat. Next thing you know, he's going to Russia to cut checks for all of his bots. Exactly, Gary. We should all get our cut of this because, we're all bots according to her. We got Cherry. Yes, I'm doing okay. Hope you do okay. Yeah. Smash the like. Yes, people, if you can smash a like and subscribe if you're already not. And just spread the word. It'll be great. I want my payment from Sarah Wells. Yeah, I think we all do. Cherry Stevie Gay, I'm telling you. That just slipped out, man. I got it. It's so funny. But if you think about it, it kind of rhymes. Who cares? It's all fun. I should try my best, but Mum, Judith, yeah, that's exactly, yeah, we know with your Mum, Judith, and say we all send our love and well wishes to your Mum, and to you, obviously, because I hope you got help as well, to help your Mum as well, your family around, and say, just before Christmas as well, that's the worst part, but again, she's on the mend, which is always great. Stevie, guess what Dan said? Go on, little sparrow. You little snitch. But yeah, so right, guys, we're going to move on. So from this one here, which is funny enough, we're going to go into this, which is actually from Stevie J's website and his actual video, which is amazing. So I actually did post this on Twitter earlier, that this is what the Express was going on saying, Pirates of the Caribbean, risky film would be nowhere without Johnny Depp, which is 100% true. And it says about, Pirates of the Caribbean, a huge billion-dollar movie franchise. When the film was first being produced, it was a huge gamble, because the last movie in the swashbuckling genre was 1995's Cutthroat Island. Huge bomb. And, it was done with Gina Davis, Rennie Harlin, and Calico Pictures. I think they lost like $250 to $300 million on it. It actually sunk the company. And when you think about that, this film sunk Calico Pictures had the Rambo franchise, the Terminator franchise. They even had Total Recall, and they were going to have True Lies, which I actually believe they did do True Lies as well with Annie. So you had all these big films, and a pirate movie sunk them. Diamond Knight with a fist bump with the $2.99. Thank you. Megan O'Shea with the $4. Yes, I got my cup right by here, and I'm gonna have a quick drink now. Oh, excuse me, went down the wrong way. But yeah, and obviously, without Johnny Depp, Pirates wouldn't be anywhere near what it is. And as it says, it goes on, when Disney hired Johnny Depp to play Captain Jack, his take on the character was seen as very risky. Depp's co-star Greg Ellis, which again, if you haven't seen Stevie's interview with him, go and watch it. It's absolutely phenomenal. He's the one who says that without him, it wouldn't have happened. And it says by here, appearing on Stevie J Raw in the video below, which is right by here, guys. Oh, there it is, Stevie's video. There we go. It says, Ellis says, I think back to when we made Pirates 1. The last Pirates movie before that was a decade previous, Cutthroat Island. People forget that to get Pirates of the Caribbean greenlit and made was a huge risk. And it would not have been greenlit if it weren't for Johnny Depp. Reality. That's it. Which is 100% true. Ellis continued, and there was still nervousness when we started making it, because Disney, people forget at that time, still to this day, culture of family, children, and fun rides and all this kind of stuff, the notion of this effeminate, slightly drunken pirate was to put terror into the heart of Disney. And when you think about it now, it's literally like Pirates of the Caribbean, yes, a drunk pirate, greatest thing ever. This is what it is. And he even got nominated for the Best Actor Oscar for that role, which is just fantastic, I gotta admit. It should be called Jack Sparrow and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, Gary, that would actually be a fantastic way to say it, Or, literally Jack Sparrow and the Pirates of the Caribbean, which is the best. And you know what? That title is what I'm going to call it from now on. That is amazing. And he says that he commends Dick Cook, the Disney chairman at that time. for actually having the chutzpah to move forward with it. Oh, Stevie's video is so good. And he said, he goes, literally, when they done opening weekend, they were a little bit like, oh, is this going to be any good? But then, obviously, the first one made like 700 million. The second made over $1 billion. The third, just under $1 billion. The fourth one, over $1 billion. And it's sad to say that the last one that we had, Salazar's Revenge here in the UK, which they actually say by here, aka Dead Men Tell No Tales, it didn't do exactly that good. It made something like, I think it was like 600 or 700 million. But again, no, that's on par with the first film. And again, if it doesn't break 900 million now or over, and if the film costs 100 million or whatever, they class it as a flop, which is completely ridiculous. Because when you want to see about, this film is absolutely profitable, it is. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, I think it was made for like 200 million, if that. Let's have a little look, actually. No. Let's have a little look and see how much it was made for. So, right, their budget was 230 to 320 million. So with that they are including literally everything into it. And it made 800 million. So to be profitable, it would have been 230, 460, 500. So it would have been like 600 million to break even. It then made 200 million on top of that. So to me, that is like, yeah, that is a hit. Even though they're like, oh no. So that was 800 million. Curse of the Black Pearl made 650 million. So to me, Pirates of the Caribbean 1 is the less successful film out of them all. Again, it was the one that, got him to be started and everything else. But that just goes to show. It made 800 million and they're saying, oh, it flopped. How rubbish is that, It's absolutely crazy. In the chat, we got Juanita. It didn't do good because JD wasn't at his best. Turd did that to him. That's true, but I actually really enjoyed Dead Men Tell No Tales. I think it's the second best one after the first one. I really do. But my worst one, though, is On Stranger Tides with Blackbeard. I think they kind of put too much onto it. The second to last of the albino albino Mexicans. Pirates of Prey, the massive, it is. You know what? That is true what the new one's going to be like. With Margot Robbie, who says it's all going to be about girl power. Even though they had tons of great female actors in the last 5. But they don't want to prove that. They don't want to show it. Because it doesn't go to their narrative. But again, Ellis, he does say about it as well, Depp's future in Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is currently uncertain. Ellis did told the Express this earlier this year. For Pirates 6, in an ideal world, every character who the fans have fallen in love with, so nearly everyone, will be able to come back to kind of wrap everything up. Ultimately, it comes down to screenplay and story. That's it. If Jack Sparrow isn't a key, if not the key element, to wrapping up a multi-billion-dollar franchise, is it not akin to not having Captain Kirk in Star Trek? 100%. It's like having the Batman movie without Batman, And Diamond, Blackbeard was a great villain, he was. But I just think it's kind of sad because the film around it wasn't exactly that great, That's what I think as well. It's Sunshine, Pirates of the Caribbean 4 and 5 are on your wish list. Awesome. Broly, hello, how are we, my friend? Sean, Disney needs to watch the Virginia trial, and when Depp proves his innocence, they need to rehire him for Pirates 6. You know what, with that, Sean, I think that actually may be what's happening, because a lot of things that's currently going on, because they've even said in this one now as well, that the Pirates of the Caribbean movie with Margot Robbie is an offshoot. They're not saying it's actually Pirates 6. They're saying it's a spin-off. So with that there, I think they are 100% waiting to see what happens. If he wins and he proves everything else, Disney are going to be like, right, okay, Pirates 6 is back on. That's what I think is going to happen. So fingers crossed for everything for that. But and obviously it says about Collider and Margot Robbie and all of this. One thing we're going to look at, guys, is the following. if the screen actually goes down. There we go. Disney Plus is adding a forgotten Johnny Depp movie this week. Fair enough, he's not exactly all in at this moment in time in this movie, but so guys, Kerry, hey Dan, not sure if you've seen or not, but I've sent you a message on Insta. Say, Kerry, I don't actually really use Instagram anymore. It didn't really work out for me. I just can't get used to it. I'm always on Twitter. But so what I'll do, I'll look into it later on and I'll see what's going on. Donna Williams, Johnny Depp is dating again. Yes, he's supposedly seeing someone who is in the Made in Chelsea TV show here in the UK. Supposedly. We got that. But yeah, so Disney are adding a forgotten Johnny Depp movie this week. And I saw this and I was like, that's interesting. What movie? And it's Into the Woods. If no one has seen Into the Woods, the only good thing about it is Johnny Depp and his role as the big bad wolf. He is so good in the role. And as you can see by there, he just looks awesome in the hat with the ears and, the coat. He just is so good. But this is what I really like as well about, say, We Got This Covered. They're a bit hit and miss because we've had someone on this website who has wrote nothing but shit about Johnny Depp on his website. But then we've had quite a few people who have literally gone, this is awesome. You know what? We need him to be this because this is what it is. That's what we got. But, Disney Plus adding an often overlooked Johnny Depp movie this week. Among the new additions dropping on the Mouse House streaming service on Friday, December 18th, is Into the Woods. 2014 movie adaptation of the classic stage musical. Obviously, the main story is James Corden and Emily Blunt, where they need to go and get potions from Elle Streep. Which, again, if you haven't seen this film, I urge you to watch because it is actually really funny. But as I say, there's also Little Red Riding Hood, who, sure enough, is visited by the big bad wolf, played by Johnny Depp. In a scene-stealing turn as a zoot suit wearing predator, straight away they're saying Johnny Depp steals the film. This is what he is. This is what Johnny Depp is. He's the guy who literally goes out of his way, and he's the person who's like, right, okay, I may not be in this film all that much, but I'm going to steal this movie. This movie is going to be mine. Mostly, when you've seen certain things and... what's he... Give me a minute. Sorry about that, my mate was just messaging me. He's the kind of guy who goes into a film, steals a film, and that's it. I think, in this, it's actually one of his funniest performances as well. There's so many actors who go in, I'm only going to be in it for a little bit, but I'm going to make sure that this movie is mine. A bit like Steve Martin in Little Shop of Horrors in the 80s one, which he is so good in that, when he shot a dog with a BB gun and all that kind of stuff. It's just so funny. Diamond Knight. JD is hot as the big bad wolf, but Into the Woods won't be available on Disney Plus till the 18th. Well, say, we're only on the 14th. We got a couple of days, that's all. I'm pretty sure you can wait a couple of days for that. But yeah, so if you haven't seen it, guys, I do urge you to go and watch it. It is so good. He's not dating Sophie Herman, don't believe the tabloids. Well, Elna, it wasn't actually the tabloids, it was actually on her Instagram account. This from a while ago, though. So, again, it's a bit like who's right or not. So, what else we got? He doesn't need Disney, they need him. Mary Lynn, exactly. Because with that, if you think about it, they're going to be promoting this film as a Johnny Depp movie. It's like, we got, the forgotten Johnny Depp film, or Johnny Depp starring in Into the Woods. That's how they are going to promote this film, coming back onto Disney Plus. And I'm actually quite surprised it hasn't been on there recently, because, again, Disney Plus came out last year, and with this, and obviously, it was literally only made like 6 years ago. So why are they taking so long for this to actually come out and be like, oh yeah, we're putting this on there? It's that sort of thing. What we got? Sylvia. He steals films like he steals fans, family, friends, hearts, loyalty, and support. Yes, he does. It's Murder, yeah, again, Mary Scott. I really like Johnny Depp in Murder on the Orient Express with Kenneth Branagh. Yeah, I love that film. He is so good in it. And again, he actually looks like Gomez, which, I do have something. I need to find it because, so give me a second. I'm just going to fade across. Because, yeah, it's on Prime Video. Oh, right. Classy Lassie, is that in the UK or America? Or because, say, Into the Woods, I only saw it because of my niece. But, oh. What we got? Oh, I did see it. Where did I see it? Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it, guys. But say what I saw, it was actually I saw it this morning, and what has happened is that Tim Burton has supposedly said he's not having anyone play Gomez unless it's Johnny Depp. I did see, I think it was on Twitter, the Alienator with the €5. When Johnny wins, open the door because he's going to be saying, here's Johnny moment. It is. It's going to be a standout moment for when he's basically being like, I've been telling you all for this for ages, you know? What we got by here? Emma, are we really going to believe tabloids after the Sun's BS? Oh, no, say, Emma, no, say with that one, I actually saw it on her Instagram. This was a couple of weeks ago. And it was actually when he was actually in London, so we're not too sure what's going on. But again, it was the tabloids, but you know, do you believe her or do you believe the tabloids? You know, it's that sort of thing. I've never seen anything about her and JD on there. Was it a post or a story? I think it was a story because haven't you got to press the button, innit? What was it that she put up about Johnny? It was just something literally like he's in London and I'm going to meet him. It was something like that, literally. So it must have been a story, a bit like Snapchat got them. But yeah, so there was that. But if she's not going out with him, then again, you know, you could put in who he's dating or whatever, and again, there's going to be so many different things. Again, like with the Russian ballet dancer or the dancer, Russian dancer, whatever. Some people are still saying that they broke up last year, but they're still together. It's the internet. Don't believe everything you see, innit? That's what we gotta look at, guys. But yes, if you haven't seen Into the Woods, watch it. It's great. Then, ladies and gentlemen, what we got is one of the worst thing is Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair is supposedly one of the Hollywood royalty tiers. This is literally the king or queen of Hollywood magazines and American magazines. And this is what they have to say. Johnny Depp will reportedly have to turn over his communications with every famous actress he's dated. In the chat, Diamond Knight, did you see the post about Hollywood Reporter following Johnny Depp on Instagram? I did. And to be honest with you, that is just so hypocritical. It's almost like they're there and they're like, if he posts anything, we'll jump on it and we'll say it's wrong. That's what they're going to do. That's what I can see happening there. Linda Ray with the 20. Thank you. Hey. I hope you're doing great, Linda. I really hope you're staying safe and staying warm. I love the professor. Going to order, waiting for the barbarians of eBay. Yeah, oh, Judy, that's great. Yeah, so this is what they've said. And again, a lot of these people now, they're actually just taking what the Hollywood Reporter has said, and they're just running with it, saying it's gospel, which is completely absurd. So, despite losing his UK libel case against The Sun over being called this, Johnny Depp isn't done with the system just yet. Not only has he decided to appeal that verdict, but he is also suing $50 million defamation case against her. And in case this legal battle wasn't already high profile enough, as part of the case, Depp is reportedly going to have to turn over communications with all of his former romantic partners, which apparently includes about half of Hollywood's A-list actresses. That part I do like from, they're like, yeah, apparently includes this, which is almost like, yeah, this is what they've said, but yeah, this is it, you know? So, itchy nose. According to the Hollywood Reporter, the actor's next court battle is shaping up to be even more explosive than the last, as it threatens to pull a number of other big-name celebrities into the fray. Depp is reportedly Depp is reportedly obligated to produce the court all responsive communications with his former romantic partners, which The Hollywood Reporter reports includes Angelina Jolie, Keira Knightley, and Marion Cotillard, which again, we've all gone over this, and it's just crazy to see that a magazine that has garnered so much respect from everyone in the world, high up in the world, the industries, fashion industry, movies, etc., that they think Vanity Fair is like, if you do an interview for Vanity Fair, you've made it. That's what they always make it out to be. But it's kind of interesting because they say about Ellen Barkin, who already gave a deposition in the UK case, claiming that Johnny threw a wine bottle in her direction when they were dating. However, according to the Daily Fail, of all places, Johnny Depp said that she simply holds a grudge against him. Which, to be honest with you, I kind of believe that because she was a lot older than him. And he was young, he wanted to go out, party, have fun. And obviously she was a bit like, no, you're staying in with me type person. But again, no, they only dated literally for a couple of months. I think even less than that, we're not too sure. But it was a very, very short romance. But then they go on to say about Marion Cotillard when they filmed Public Enemies together in 2008, the Michael Mann Depression-era film, which is a fantastic film. He played John Dillinger amazingly. And it was a nice different way to see him as well. Because obviously up to 2008, we saw him in a lot of, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Pirates of the Caribbean. Those were the roles he was in at that time, all the kooky characters. Playing John Dillinger, in my eyes, escalated him to an even higher actor straight away. Even though I loved him, Public Enemies boosted him into the high end, like this guy can play anything. And he was just so good in it. But he says that there were rumours that the pair flirted heavily on set, and that their chemistry was palpable, despite neither confessing to a relationship, especially as Depp may have still been in a relationship with Vanessa Paradis. But with that though, it's like, just because he flirted with her doesn't mean that anything happened. I know tons of people who flirt with girls. Flirt with the opposite sex or whatever, whoever they're attracted to, Bloody hell, everyone does it. It doesn't mean that automatically, they're sleeping together. It doesn't mean that. But again, no, this is the kind of gossip which is what now, supposedly, these magazines have succumbed to, which is kind of sad. Likewise, when there have been rumours about Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp's relationship for years, neither has ever confirmed anything romantic happened between them. They met on The Tourist, which is not a bad film, but obviously Angelina Jolie was married to Brad Pitt at that time. In fact, during filming, In Touch Weekly reported the pair actually couldn't stand each other. But in an interview that same year, Johnny Depp said everything was just magical about Angelina Jolie. She's a poem. She's everything. She's this perfect beauty, but at the same time, very deep, very smart, very quick, clever, and very funny. And also has a very, very perverse sense of humour. Excuse me. So straight away, he's like, what the hell's going on? John Lee with a $5 Canadian, thank you. Justice for Johnny Depp. Hello to me and friends. Hello, everyone. That is amazing. John, thank you ever so much for supporting the channel, mate. It means a lot. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy because they say, they're not mixing on set. They don't like each other. With that is basically saying, right, we need a story. I know, the lead actors don't like each other. They kind of did that with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But then a photo came out of those two arm in arm. And they were like, we were wrong. It's that sort of thing. But then it goes on about Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley was quite young when she first met him on Pirates of the Caribbean. And this is what they say about that. If the two stars did date, you'd certainly never know it from Johnny Depp's Evening Standard interview, during which he said, kissing someone you were not romantically involved with. Well, not involved with, yeah. Is like kissing someone is just awkward, But the fact that Keira is 20-something years younger than me made it infinitely more awkward. Still, she was a good sport about it, and we did what we had to do. But this is the kicker now. As a side note, AH is actually 1 year younger than Keira Knightley. They did not have to put that in there. Gelth with the Australian $2. I'm so late you are, and no, you're not going to get that, my friend. You might as well just give up. But thank you for the $2. But yeah, so with that there, with him saying, when you're not romantically involved with someone and you got to kiss them, it's awkward, you know? But then they're saying, well, to make it even more awkward, she was 20 years younger. But then they're like, oh, well, AH is younger than her still. Yes, but he was supposedly in love with her. You know, he actually married her. That's why it's completely different. But again, no, they just don't want to put all of that part in there because it doesn't make this story sound any bad. You know, it doesn't make it look, oh, well, he kissed her, why can't you say about her? It's because he didn't love her. They were friends. That's what it is. But, you know, it's kind of interesting to see because they go on here now regarding Adam Waldman. So, it's not just dragging all of his famous exes into the trial that's going to make this case more difficult. The Hollywood Reporter points out that unlike the UK case, the burden of proof will be entirely Depp's responsibility. To further complicate matters, Johnny Depp's attorney Adam Waldman, who is still with him behind the scenes advising, whose former clients include Russian whatever that is, this person, and Julian Assange. And with that there, Julian Assange was never Adam Waldman's client. He's currently, well, he was, I should say, Amber Heard's current lawyer. Something Robertson or whatever, I can't remember her name now. But her current lawyer is Julian Assange's lawyer. Adam Waldman was this Russian guy's lawyer, and he was his, go-between, his spokesperson basically for everything else. And Adam went and spoke with Julian Assange for this Russian guy. But again, no, they want to say that, oh, he supports Russian people and Julian Assange. It's like, well, actually, no. Julian Assange was never his client. Amber Heard's lawyer is. It's that sort of thing, which is just crazy. That these people, like, again, Vanity Fair, Hollywood tier royalty, king or queen. Hollywood Reporter, prince or a princess. And this is what they're doing now. Literally just writing a hit. Roberta Kaplan is the one who said, oh, we're not going to go down to Virginia because of gas prices. It's Robertson, is it? Is that the one? Okay, it's not her. But where's the other one? Yeah, you see that one there? They quit. That was in June. This the one? Jen Robinson, that's the one. Yeah, so obviously we had this one by here where they were like, oh yes, this is what's going on. But yes, so she's the one who was actually Julian Assange's lawyer, not Adam Waldman. But again, like I said, they don't like to put that in there because it goes completely against their what they say and what they want to do. But then you had, you've got Cinema Blend, which has basically done the entire same thing, which is just crazy, Basically saying how these people could be roped in. And I actually like that headline, how Angelina Jolie and more could get roped into Johnny Depp and AH's high-profile court case. I actually really do like that because, they're like, oh my God, here we go, Hollywood Reporter said something and now this is going to happen. And it's basically them saying, yeah, these people are going to get shit. Because we actually talked about this last time, if you think about it, because we were saying, all these people at the Hollywood Reporter said, oh, all these people are with him, or they're his exes or whatever. And we were like, well, actually, no, because this is going to bring dirt to their doorstep when they could be like, actually, no, we never went out. And with this now, it's probably the only one which is actually a really good article regarding it. But we had that one there, so we're going to get rid of that one, get rid of that one. Sylvia with the $5. Depp Soldiers, so much love and loyalty. It is. It's so good. What I want to look at is this one by here, guys. So this wasn't a Daily Fail. This is in the web archive, which doesn't give Daily Fail a click, which is always great. But with this, we're going to look through this little tiny bit, and then we're going to have a little look at what Laura has said, because Laura got in touch with me earlier, and it's just fantastic. So, talk of the town. AH joins Harry and Meghan's public speaking agency to make £25,000 a time speech. So with that, that's about what, 32,000 American dollars? AH's harrowing High Court battle with Johnny Depp has a silver lining. In the wake of her legal victory, again, it won against her. It was against NGN. But again, no, these people, they just like to go on and say, oh, she won. Because she didn't bloody win. They haven't even gone yet. So the actress has been signed up as a £25,000 a time public speaker. AH, whom the judge ruled had all of this during their torrid relationship, has joined the same public speaking agent as Harry and Meghan. The Harry Walker agency, based in New York, describes her as an outspoken advocate for women's rights and for the civil rights of survivors of all gender-based violence. At this rate, Amber could end up even richer than her husband. How is that even gonna happen, you know? It's just crazy. But with this one, so that's as far as it goes, because it goes into something else then. But as you can see by here, with this photo, this is when she came out, and this is when she was like, I'm happy that this is, going on, that the court case is over. They all look like they're going to start laughing. Or am I the only one who thinks that? That they all look like they're about to burst out laughing. You know? And it's just sad to see. This one by here, in the burgundy top, that is Julian Assange's lawyer. That's her. But just seeing all of this is absolutely crazy. Because everything to see and everything these people do is just crazy. You know? But as we're saying, with Laura, this is what Laura did, which is actually fantastic. So, Les done it, I done it. We all put out I put it in my title for the live stream. But she's been with the same speaker agency since her divorce. She gets paid by ACLU, Unhuman Rights, as best even though we know it's United Nations, and SAMS, her Women's March and DC speeches. She's a paid-for activist, and I don't think she gets paid anywhere close to that number. 100%, I really don't think that she's getting 25 grand a speech, because apart from this Johnny Depp situation, who actually knew her? Because I didn't know her before. I knew of her, Drive Angry and a few other films, but she wasn't exactly big-time actress, was she? She's still not. But as you'll see, when we click into Laura's tweet, this one by here, so WME Speakers, which is the William Morrison Endeavour, they're the ones who actually bought Endeavour. And, Endeavour is by here. So predecessors were the William Morris Agency, Endeavour Talent Agency, which they merged. And it became Endeavour. And this is the one here. So Endeavour acquires the Harry Walker Agency. And they're all the same. Literally, she has not moved to a different agency sort of thing. But they want to make it out like it's this big hoo-ha. She's moved. She's getting this much money. She's getting so much money. And it's like, actually, don't pull that bullshit, But again, no, people will see this and be like, oh, she deserves it. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She is nothing but a horrible person. And we got that one in. And I came across this as well, guys, which is kind of interesting. Like say, it's, this stream will only be about an hour long. But this is what I came across. This is actually from earlier today. AH is super excited for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So CBS All Access's much anticipated adaptation of Stephen King's The Stand debuted on the streaming service this week. But for AH, who plays Nadine Cross in a 9-part series, I'm missing it. I'm missing The Stand because of her. I absolutely love The Stand, but I'm not going to do it because of her. There's another upcoming release that has her just as excited. The release of Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max is coming up sometime in 2021, with the 4-part series bringing Snyder's complete original vision for the film to the fans, and AH, who appears as Mera in the film, says she's super excited for fans to see it. I'm super excited about it. We just wrapped on reshoots, and I just love nerds. I effing love nerds. Excuse my language, she told comicbook.com. AH went on to explain that part of her love for nerds comes from how they are connected to great projects, and that nerd passion is where people want to be. Which, just reading that, she's almost like, oh, comicbook.com. I'm going to say some stupid shit now to you about how much I love nerds and geeks. That's exactly what it is. And they've eaten it up like anything. He's a perfect example. Zack Snyder is a perfect example of a nerd, she said. You know, I got into this project on the stand because of another true die-hard nerd, which is Josh Boone, who connected all of us on this project as he was adapting the book for Stephen King. And I think it's just a good rule of thumb to follow, especially in this genre, which I love. It's like follow the nerd. The nerd passion is where you want to be. So when she says that there, like literally, oh, I love this genre, and she's saying, oh, follow the nerds, that is contradicting everything that she has said. Because she is basically saying, oh, I'm going to go over there because that's where the money is. That's exactly what she's saying, guys. And it's kind of sad. So she's also excited, it goes into Aquaman 2 now, for another DC film project, Aquaman 2. While there are lots of details that remain unknown about that film, still hasn't been greenlit either. She told Entertainment Weekly back in November that she's excited for that film. And with that there, it's just so stupid. Say Diamond Knight with the $4.99. You should see the amount of photo AH likes of herself on Twitter. No, she's one of those people, is she? Ah, come on. No. Oh, no. We gotta look at this now. We need to look at this, guys. Huh? 150,000, is that all? When was the last thing? Oh, okay, that one there. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that she probably likes this one as well. Oh, we're not going to go through it. I can't be bothered to go through it. But yeah, it's... So with that there, it's just absolutely crazy that this woman, who has decided to basically destroy a man's life. You know, again, we've all seen and heard tons of things that she has done to Johnny and to other people. You know, we've even seen it when she's done it to her old partners before Johnny. You know, the one who actually took her to the police. The one who actually said, this woman has assaulted me, arrest her. And they did. That's the craziest thing about it all, is when you see things like that. Because when you see things like that, and then she goes out, oh, I'm a good person. I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, bitch, you used to beat up your ex-girlfriend before you beat up your husband. That's the funniest thing regarding everything, because she's trying to make herself out that she's whiter than white, you know, that her sheets are clean as anything. But we all know that her shit stinks worse than anyone's. And the way that she goes about it, the way she prances around and all that kind of stuff. Diamond Knight, go to her like, she likes a bunch of photos from the account. Right, okay then, we'll have a little look then, shall we? Right, okay, we'll have a little look, guys. We'll have a quick look at this. Likes. Okay, we got that one by there. Oh, she liked her one there, yeah. Oh, look, guys. Mr. Wooten. Yeah, so she liked that one. Laughing because, okay, yeah. Okay, replacement, whatever. There's that. Okay, happens there. Okay. Oh, yeah, there she goes. Liking herself. Okay, don't want to see that, whatever the hell that was. Okay. Again, herself, yeah. Oh my god, guys, you're right with this. This is crazy. Okay, there we go. We're braver, okay, whatever. Nope, this is crazy now, guys. Tanya, what's happening with her mates on IG? One at a time, deleting an account, then coming back a few hours later. Oh, that's brand new to me, Tanya. That's a bit crazy as well, actually. Her friends are deleting accounts on Instagram and coming back later. Interesting now, this. Oh, look, one about herself again. With, obviously, that was about Aquaman. Yeah, so it's oh, yeah, no, about her. Oh, my God, this woman. It's absolutely crazy, guys. That is crazy. But, so, yeah, he's like, you know, before we actually do finish the live stream, I do have the petition by here. So we can see how amazing it's currently doing. 1.731 million. It's absolutely amazing, guys. Again, if you haven't actually signed the petition, I will put it into the chat for you lovely people. So if you haven't signed it, go and sign it. It's amazing. And what we got for updates? So we got about Johnny dropped the N-bomb to X. Right, yeah, this is another thing as well, which a lot of people, again, who are against Johnny, they keep thinking is true. But we have seen the text messages AH sent to her bodyguards. And she was just, it's absolutely crazy. You know what, though, guys? Actually, one of the best things about this entire situation is that everything she says, this happened, he done this, he done that, or these people are doing everything horrible. Photos or stories come out from the past of her doing the exact same thing. It's almost like literally that she thinks of something, she does it herself, and then she's like, no one will ever look this up. I'll just say that he done it to me. Or, like with the dog out the window and all that. Then what have you got? You've got a photo of her driving down the road holding a dog out of the window. It's like, bitch, are you really that stupid? It's just absolutely crazy of what they say. But again, no, guys, this is what we've come to expect now from her and her friends and just everyone involved, really, It's absolutely crazy. And especially when you had this in the Hollywood Reporter, which again, Jeannie has gone over. Sources say he paid his wife all of this. The previously unreported settlement was accomplished using fictitious names to avoid scrutiny. That's just one of the many allegations put forth in the article published by the Hollywood Reporter. There are tons of others, but I won't dignify them by repeating them here. I'll post the link. Oh, get out of here. I'll post a link because obviously I've seen this. Oh, Diamond Knight, the $4.99. Did you that IO till it right followers Lily Rose? No. It's almost like they're trying to get information about him now. All these people are, we'll follow him. We'll follow his daughter. We'll do this. We'll do that. That's what they seem to be doing. But again, no, that's it. But again, I've gone back to the update from Jeannie. I selected this statement to write about because it's the first time I've ever seen it, and because it's so full of outrageous and flawed elements. First, sources. Really? Until or unless these sources are identified, it's pretty hard to take anything that follows seriously. Second, it doesn't say when this alleged payment took place. Johnny married Lorianne more than 30 years ago. I believe it was 1984 that he married her, or 85, and they got divorced after a year or so. And back then, he wasn't even making that type of money. Let's actually have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little look at when they were married. So, and Johnny there. You know what, we'll just go there. Boom, we'll go on Johnny Depp. We'll go on his Wikipedia to see when. So here we go, 1983 to 1985. That's when he was married to Laurie. And with that there, he wasn't even making that type of money. Because around that time, he was in Nightmare on Elm Street, and he was doing 21 Jump Street, which literally is just crazy, because these people have gone and said that he was a millionaire then, which he wasn't. So 84, Nightmare on Elm Street. 85, Private Resort, and Platoon was 86. So those are the films, the three first films he did. But then when you go into the TV, 21 Jump Street was 1987. So literally, his first thing was Nightmare on Elm Street. But again, no, these people, they don't like to say that. So that's what we got by then. That's absolutely crazy. And Nightmare on Elm Street was his very first project. So we got that. Okay. So they're going to have to narrow it down a little more than before it can be taken seriously. Third, they also don't say when this long ranting message took place. Was it back when they were together? Sometime since? Did he recently call her out of the blue just to leave audio evidence? Nobody else on the planet has ever accused him of using this. Just like I said a minute ago, they need to narrow down the timeline. Yes, Marilyn, they do need to lock her up at the moment. She's just completely nuts. Fourth, What else has Johnny ever been accused of using language like that? Never. So we're supposed to believe that he did it on tape just because some unnamed sources say so. Are we really supposed to be that gullible? Sadly, this is what they want everyone to think. They want everyone to be sheeps now. They want to say, basically, right, I wrote this in a magazine, or I said it on the news, and that's it. It's gospel. That's exactly what they're doing, and it's just crazy to think that these magazines, which are considered Hollywood royalty, the highest tier possible, that if you're getting the Hollywood Reporter or Vanity Fair, you've made it. And now they're literally writing like the National Enquirer, or they're writing some kind of hit piece like they do in a shitty tabloid like The Sun, which is just sad. And here what Jeannie says right here, I'm sorry folks, but it doesn't quite wash. They talk about scrutiny, but the fact is that there are far too few details for a claim like this to stand up to even the most casual scrutiny. Which is very, very true, guys. And it's absolutely disgusting that these people have gotten away with it. And to see that these people have actually said as well. Don't forget now, guys, these people, they got to go through an editor. The editor's got to read it through. They have to give them their notes. They have to say, right, okay, maybe this should go in or maybe that should go in or whatever. And then they go back, do their rewrites, and then it gets published. With the Hollywood Reporter one, I personally think that there is nothing like that. I think they just said, right, I want you to do a hit piece on Johnny Depp. Nothing else. That is it. And when they say sources have told me, they've told me this or whatever, over the last couple of days, it's been phenomenal to see that there's actually people who are quite famous. They've come out and said, whenever, regarding my family or regarding interviews or any news stories regarding me or anyone I know, and whenever they say, sources claim, or my sources said this, is normally a lie. Which is absolutely phenomenal, and I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, you know what? That is 100% truth. And one of the people I actually retweeted who said that was one of the Jacksons, Michael Jackson's family. One of his said, yeah, when they say this, it normally means they're lying. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been fantastic this evening. We are going to end this live stream. I got one more live stream this week, which will be Wednesday. Friday, I'm not going to be live streaming because I got to go to my uncle's funeral, sadly. But hopefully, over the weekend, if we got some information, I may get onto a stream on the weekend. If I'm not, I will let you guys know. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay safe. If you need to go out, wear a mask. Even though sometimes they don't really look that good, or some of the masks I've seen are actually very, very flimsy, especially the one that I saw earlier where someone had an actual hole by here, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? It's just weird. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates. We do have a join button down by the subscribe button, guys, so if you aren't joined, maybe consider it. You get a funny little video of me as well, and you may get some outtakes. You never know. But I'll see each and every one of you soon. Stay safe, guys.